Welcome, welcome back. Sleep dead bears, sleep dead bears. I hope you're all ready for another dream imagination video. At last, my midterms are all over, so yay! I got through them, and so now it's time for you to experience a dream that I had. I had this dream where I went to this mall, and I was only the one. I was really by myself, and I went to this shop that gave me some special item that gave me a superpower. So you will be experiencing this in your perspective, a dream. So get ready for some sleep-inducing tingles. Alright, let's begin. You're going to be inside my dream. So, are you ready? On a count of 3, 2, 1. Transporting you into my dream. So you're now dreaming. You imagine being inside a very big building. It's so big. It could be school, college, university, or a mall. You don't know which one is which initially, but it's more like a school or in a mall. So as you are trying to get familiar with your surroundings, you realize that it is empty. It's bare bones empty. There's nothing around you, nobody, no people, no workers, just you standing on one of the floors of this place. Apparently, this building has many floors, around 10-ish floors stacked upon. You walk over to the railing, and as you look down, you see that you are one of the top floors. You're at one of the top floors, and as you look down, you see below you is many ledges, each floor layering above the other one below. And you just happen to be existing in this mall that seems to be abandoned. You confirm that it is a mall, as each of these doors lead to some rows of shelves, and above those entrances are these logos of companies. That's a mall now. Alright, so just to confirm that the mall is truly abandoned, you just verify it by looking at one of these shops. You look on one of the shops. You thought it was abandoned, like completely abandoned. And until you look at one of these shops that are close to you, you see items and merchandise behind closed windows and doors, which gives you an indication that this mall is not abandoned. It's just literally eerily empty. Okay, so basically you confirm that this is not completely abandoned, and it's just you, as if you are inside this mall that you're not supposed to be in there, probably that the mall is closed. But as you look up, it is broad daylight, like straight past noon. So, and now you have a strange feeling, and you happen to look down, to go look for a specific shop, like some gut feeling is saying to you, oh, good look, go look at this specific shop, something is waiting for you. And you start to walk and move subconsciously, trying to go down a few escalators. So you happen to go down a few escalators. And you feel like every place, every time, there's always different paths. Like this whole massive mall is an entire maze. There's always a couple escalators or entrances that lead to many wings. There's one stairs on one side to the right, and another with many doors and passageways that lead to other areas of the mall. And don't forget, there's also wings, where the mall splits into different sections containing most likely many more. It's like a never-ending place that seems to go on forever. And as you look above you, you see more staircases to go to upper floors, not just the one that you see on the right. So you happen to navigate down some more escalators, each one becoming more and more and more eerie, feeling like, oh, there's an energy that is taking you to somewhere. It's like you are being driven to go to some place, maybe to some specific shop. So as you go down more floors, you happen to turn one corner, and you happen to find a store that is open, and it seems to be the only store out of all of these seemingly closed stores. And you know that it's open because there's a sign that says, "Come in, we're open," and the neon lights are on. And to validate, there is someone working at the counter, and there are lights on. That's the only one that's on. Every other shop is closed, with some doors slammed shut. And so you walk into the store, and there's one guy working there. And as you look around the items, after him telling you, oh, welcome, or something like that, he gives you something like, take a look at these items. They're all tasty and they give you some special powers, that's what this guy says. And as you look around, you see many of these strange drinks. Some of them in bottles, like water bottles. Some look like special slushes that you've never seen before. Different colors, from orange to yellow to red to green. All of the colors of the rainbow. And you happen to see one of the sections. It happens to be a slushy section where you could just pour in slushies. So you happen to pick one of the drinks. You decide to pick one of the canned drinks. It's some special clear drink. It looks like water, but clearly it is not water. It looks it feels much lighter. As you take the bottle, you notice something. Like, typically a water bottle would weigh something like 500 grams or something like that, but this water, it's filled with liquid that feels almost weightless. Like, it's like 100 times lighter. You cannot even feel it. It's like if you would compare a bottle of water that weighs a typical water bottle, this one that you pick, it's filled with liquid. It's as heavy as just this straw. Just imagine that. You show this item. You tell the clerk that's working there, says, how come is this light? How is this possible? It's filled with water. And he says, oh, it's not water. It's something special. Oh, that's gonna give you a superpower. And you happily take it. You really want to experience this, so you happen to pay $12 something for just some special water bottle, and you happily take it. Maybe the guy was just trying to say that as a business technique to get people to buy more of his items. Maybe a way to get more profit. And so hopefully maybe that probably worked out for him. And after a while, you just happen to to buy that bottle of special water. You pay and you leave. So after you walk out of the store and you open the special water bottle, and so that's so light, and you take a sip. Okay, it's just water. No taste. Just the same exact taste as water, but no taste, no taste, no taste, no taste. And so, you happen to get so thirsty that even then you decide to chug that special water bottle. And as the liquid enters your mouth, passes down your throat, you feel it pass through, and it feels like it's traveling. All of the liquid is like traveling everywhere in your body. Maybe it's hydrating you. Maybe it's this water bottle that's really going to hydrate you. And you ended up finishing that bottle because the liquid goes down so quickly. And after a good few seconds, you feel that you're no longer thirsty. Maybe that's a superpower. It removes your thirst. Okay, it's just water. And you don't feel full at all. You feel no different. You just feel that your thirst is fully quenched. You're good. You're good for the day. Okay, typical. Now I guess it's time for you to leave the mall. Leave the mall. Okay. And so you happen to look at the watch, but suddenly something feels off. You know you have a watch, but as you try to reach for it, you see nothing. Something is off. Something happens. You try to look. You don't see anything. You try to feel your pocket. No, you don't see it. You tried to look at the mirror. There's nothing. There's nothing. Oh my gosh. You just realized something big. There's a reason why that the watch, you don't see it. That's because you are invisible. You suddenly become invisible. You try to look below you, but you cannot even see your feet, no your clothes, your hands. You could feel your hands like that, but nothing is in front of you. You see only air. You try to clap. You hear that sound, but you cannot see your hands. And so you're so curious, oh my gosh, what is going on? You are invisible. And you go in and walk into the shop and you wonder, is this a superpower? Your goal now is to ask that guy that sold you the drink. You just confirm that you can walk normally even though your legs are invisible. You can feel your legs but not see. And you feel no pain. You feel no pain. Like a normal human being, you can still walk normally like a normal human being. Except that the particles that make up your body are now invisible. And so you try to speak to the guy as you walk in. But you realize that you cannot even speak. You can still see perfectly, even if your eyes are actually invisible. And so you exit the shop and try to navigate back up to the top floor, at least the area you've just woken up into. And you just realize something. You see people coming in, like a large number of people, as if the mall has just opened. So you see people coming. Now the mall isn't empty. And as people come, they start talking and talking, striking conversations, asking them where their wives are, how are their kids doing, asking them, oh, I'm gonna go get some clothes for my sons and my wives. Oh my gosh, they're like different things, like discussing what are they going to buy. Like, I'm gonna go shopping. They're getting chocolate items, different things. And it becomes really noisy and chaotic. So as you try to go up the stairs again, you realize something. You can walk through people. You can still collide with surfaces and objects. Like, you cannot go through anything. You can't go through walls or things. But you could pass through people without any collision whatsoever. It's as if you are in the game and all of the collisions between you and other people have been turned off. And you can still walk across the whole entire map of the mall. That's what you could imagine comparing this into. And so this is strange. This is actually the superpower of this dream experiencing that you are having. And so now, as you are exploring the mall, there's going to be a way for you to imagine this. Imagine exploring the mall, being invisible, that you're now a ghost, trying to talk, but you can't. It's like you are still existing, but to others, you're now invisible. Alright, so for the next 2 minutes, there's going to be just ASMR triggers as you imagine exploring this entire mall by yourself. By yourself, that you're invisible. Alright, so you ready? Here we go. this mall, and you're colliding with others. So now, what if you decide to do something really fun? Haunt the mall. You feel like doing it, and this idea is making you very, very excited to haunt this place. Now that you are invisible, your idea is that you could start to mess with people shopping. Alright. So here we go. So, your next idea is to go to one of the shops and move some of the objects. And so, we decide to walk into a mall, a shop inside of one of the malls. And as you walk into the shop, you realize that it is a shop that sells glasses, glass cups, and glass plates. And you decide to walk in. And as you walk in, other people don't notice you because you are invisible. And everyone is just going about their ways of shopping, buying their glasses, their glass cups and plates and spoons. They're selling kitchenware, and they're enjoying themselves. And you are going to enjoy yourself. So, as you try to talk to someone just to confirm that nobody's noticing you, as you try to speak, they don't answer because now they can't hear you. And okay, now it's time for you to pull one of the pranks. Move one of the objects by itself. Alright. So, you see this group of girls that apparently are looking over those cups made out of glass, and you happen to move one of the cups like that. And as the cup moves with your hand, you feel the cup moving. They said, Did you just see that cup move? Like one of the girls says. Oh my gosh. The other girl says, yeah, that cup just moved by itself for some reason. Maybe it's the wind. She was wondering like that. And the other girl says there's no wind whatsoever. And you become so excited and so happy, and like you're about to laugh, and you can freely laugh. Oh my gosh. And you laugh so hard, and even yet so nobody's hearing you because you're invisible, and no one's hearing you speak or talk or laugh. And after the girl says, oh my god, the cup is moving by itself, you decide to go ham and push the cup off that. And so the cup moves even more, and the girl says, oh, what the frig? Like that. Shit's moving. And then, for the finale, you push that cup off the ledge. The cup goes off. It falls by itself. Really, like you applied some force on that cup. And she jolts like, what? And then the cup falls. It's just, that cup moves by itself. And like they were so surprised that the girls were running. And then you're just getting started, man. You are just getting started. And so you move and you walk to another section of the store. This one sells, this row contains many plates. There's a group of guys that are reaching out on top of a ladder. And as he looks at one of the rows containing plates, You happen to push a few stacks of plates off the ledge. Like that. He's looking at the plates, and the plate moves slowly and slowly. And it falls. It falls. And the guy was so surprised. He knows that he's looking at plates. He looked at plates as they move by themselves. Because you're invisible, you're technically pushing that plate, but the guy doesn't see your arm because you are invisible. All he sees are the plates moving, and they're falling like that. And as a result, he gets so shocked and he runs away thinking, oh my god, this place is haunted. And so he decided to prank more people, going to different stores. And now you decide to go walk into an electronics store. This one shows a big TV, a set of large TV screens, and you decide to play another prank. You decide to play a really scary jump scare video. So you happen to go tamper into one of the computers and TV screens and play a really loud audio. And as they are shopping around, looking over the items and those electronics at this particular store, you try and go for the next prank. And so as the TV plays, and so as you turn up the volume, and as you are about to execute this funny prank, you expect for everybody to jump and run, like on the other store that where you push the glasses and the plates, and everybody running out. You are so excited to see everybody get jump scared by the TVs and play that video. And so you go for the prank and you play on the video, and the volume is now up, and you make a mental countdown 5 seconds before the jump scare. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are expecting everybody, all of the customers that are inside this shop, to get jump scared and run away. But as your countdown reaches 0, something happens. Instead of that, your vision, for some reason, has turned upside down. The screen, you have become one of the screens. Your vision apparently transforms into the screen, and poof, you see a big face of the Exorcist, like the little creepy woman that you see in the Scary Maze game or something like that. I'm not gonna show you a picture, but you could imagine that. Like, just picture this. You are at the shop and the countdowns reach to 0, and imagine your vision turning into a scene of a horror movie, and the face of a woman appears right in front of your eyes at an instant, and this whole audio plays a screaming sound. And as you see that woman, you wake up. And as you wake up, you see, or hear, you don't see, but you hear the TV playing at the other room, at the other bedroom. And for some reason, your dream is over. At this point, you have woken up. So that is pretty much this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this dream imagination experience. I had this dream recently where I was at the mall, big mall, went to this magical shop, got this drink and got invisible and played those really stupid pranks to scare off the customers and then got jump scared at the end. So it was a great dream to share and make you imagine this in your perspective. So hopefully this video gives you the tingles, makes you sleep, ease off your sleep debt, and clears out your entire balance of your sleep credit card. Because that's my goal for this channel. So if you want to see more ASMR content and not miss any of my future videos, please consider subscribing. It will really help me and keep me motivated to give you guys more tingly content ASMR. So I gotta go now. I gotta go sleep. I'm pretty tired. So until then, I'll see you next time.